Welcome to Thursday Night Live. So far tonight, we have me, Ursula, and hi, Lexi. How are you?
Hi, Ursula. Good. I am lucky we had a beautiful sunny day here, so I'm feeling that like energy, that bright sunny day energy.
That's nice. I'm a little envious. We've been in cloud cover and storms for the past 2 days so far over here.
Mm.
I didn't get to see the sun on the solstice yesterday.
Oh, it was so inspiring to have the sun both days, yesterday and today, and it was just so beautiful and warm and bright, and it definitely helped my mood since my mood was a little challenged this week. It's been a tough week energetically.
Yes, it certainly has. Let's talk about that. But firstly, I want to talk about we. So last week we talked about making mocktails for Thursday nights. That was one of the ideas you had instead of doing like happy hour. Come quench your soul with us on Thursday nights instead. So you created one today, and it was inspired by the solstice. Can you share that with everybody?
Yes, yeah. So I've always been a big believer, and especially in my journey with recovery, that there's like Thirsty Thursdays, ladies' night, and it's like what led me to step away from drinking was learning about nourishing my body. And so as I started to learn more about herbalism and just my health, like these cocktails, these elixirs that we can make can actually be very potent. They can be magical for our body, healing, therapeutic, supportive. And so my mocktail that I shared today and created was really based upon the summer solstice energy. And so I called it the Tropical Solstice Vitality Mixer because literally every ingredient in it is a component for vitality, for rejuvenation, for feeling our best, and feeding our soul and our body, and our minds. So it was such a potent beverage, and it really came out. I wanted to work with the sun, since the summer solstice is about being the longest day. You're supposed to have a fire and dance around it, and feel that internal light on the inside, right? Let it shine, dance in it. So I went for that sunlight color with it. And it has pineapple in it and kiwi muddled together, and to make like a fresh fruit juice, which is packed full of vitamins, vitamin C. It's good for the skin, it's good for the hair, it's good for the body. It reduces inflammation. It's good for health, for your oral health, your eye health, immune system, joints, bone strength, your heart health, your mental health, asthma. They lower blood pressure and aids in digestion. There's so many benefits to it. It's ridiculous. It has a herbal tea blend, and what I like to do is I mix together a blend, and then I'll put it in the morning. I'll mix it when I make my morning tea or my morning cacao, and then I put it in the refrigerator and I let it chill for my afternoon and evening mocktails, herbal elixirs. And this blend has pineapple sage, which balances the nervous system, is an anti-anxiety and antidepressant, also aids in digestive health and heartburn, which is so important because if your gut health is directly related to your mental health. So you want a healthy gut, you want good digestion. And when we have these mocktails in the evening, it sets our body up to digest properly, so that way while we sleep, it's healing, it's able to go to work, and it's not spending all of its energy on digesting, because when we're laying down and our body's trying to digest, that's actually working against our body. That makes it harder. Makes digesting even harder on the body, more consuming of its energy, so we don't get to have that time to heal while we're sleeping. So then it's also got nettle, which is one of my favorites. And a lot of these herbs I was able to go right out into my garden and find and forage right around my land. And a lot of us forget that when we live in an area, plants will pop up based on what our body needs. Now, nettles is the Chinese herb of long life. It is the herb of vitality. It has so many vitamins and minerals in them. It's got zinc, chromium, silicon, silicon, potassium, calcium, magnesium, all of them, and so many more. It is also a really good one. A lot of people are suffering with allergies this time of year and hay fever, and this herb will actually help your body fight back. It helps your body with the allergies, with the hay fever. So I have a son who is experiencing allergies, and I give him it in his tea nightly, and we notice a huge difference. And then it also has dandelion root and greens in it in the tea blend, and that is an herb that is one of the most well-known, safest, and efficient diuretics. And so it's really great for weight loss. It's really great for helping your body move fluid. We don't, it helps our lymph system. We don't want that fluid staying in our system and being stagnant within our body, because it's just holding on to toxins and bad things. So the dandelion really helps cleanse, helps push it through. It supports our kidneys. It has lots of vitamins. It is restorative and rejuvenating. So this blend is so healing. Added in the coconut water, you got a very hydrating, cellularly hydrating. There's a difference between like hydration and cellular hydration. So it's cellularly hydrating, and it's a beautiful drink to enjoy and to celebrate summer solstice with.
Wow, that is jam-packed. That's so awesome. And just the fact that you're able to go out and just get herbs right from your garden is pretty cool too.
Yeah, and if it's something you're interested in, and say you don't have, you can't find dandelion or you can't find nettles, cleavers is a great one to sub in this drink, and they are very popular right now, and they're popping up around a lot of us because we need them, and that's another great herbal remedy.
Thank you, Lexi. And Danielle popped on, and Kate's here too. And Danielle said that it looked beautiful. Did you make a video of it? Did you post it somewhere?
I did. There is a video on Instagram that we can share out. I made a little video on Instagram, and I will try to share it. Remember to share it into the community, the Sea Goddess community, and maybe Sea Goddess will share it too.
Awesome. I did put it on our stories on
Yes,
Instagram. And you're a mermaid in the mountains or the VT mountains on
the
Instagram?
mermaid in the VT mountains.
Perfect. Yeah, it just looks so refreshing. And I saw like the sun was shining, and you actually like muddled everything on the camera. So that was pretty cool to see everything that went into it and the finished product.
Yeah, I was having so much fun with it, and I have a list of them that I'm ready to share. So I have just been waiting to share some of the names of them. I'm like, I might need some help naming some of these drinks too. So I look forward to making this a thing for the summer, and especially for our Thursday nights, change up Thirsty Thursdays into a healthy Thirsty Thursday.
I love that. So beautiful. And that's one of the things too that just to pull in the astrology too of the sun, like it does represent our vitality and our life force. So just having that being in alignment as far as what we're putting in our body during the times of the year and all the correspondences that we can kind of pull in. Do you have any with watermelon?
Oh, yes. Oh, watermelon is one of my favorites. And the other fun thing about these drinks is you can literally take them, put them in a blender, and then get the freezer pops from Amazon and freeze them and have a healthy, like frozen treat for the summer. And I, a couple of years ago, began becoming really afraid of the ice pops that my kids want all summer long. So I have been getting really creative with how do we replace it with something that's actually going to help them and nourish them. So I have a 2 watermelon ones. I did like a watermelon mojito mocktail with some pineapple mint in it that we have coming up. And then there is a watermelon, what is it? Watermelon. I kind of layered it so it looks almost like, like mermaid colors. It's like pink and purple with the blue butterfly pea. Oh, it's so pretty. So can't wait to share those.
Awesome. Danielle, the ice pop sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because those commercial ones can contain just all kinds of like dyes and HFCS and all this ingredients that just aren't the best. And we can make such a better substitute right from with things that we have at home that are actually healing for us rather than poison.
Exactly. You look at a lot of the fruit pops, the things that are offered, and we are going to quench our thirst. And they have things that are going to actually dehydrate us in it. We're not going to get that thirst quench. There's more harmful things in it than good. Those dyes we try to stay away from. So I'm always looking for fun, creative ways to get colorful with the kids and myself. And there's so many great ways to do it. So I was really proud last year when I was able to create a full rainbow of colors out of all natural and healthy. They actually had purpose to them. And watermelon is like the best for hydration. We literally blend up watermelon juice every time we get a watermelon, and then you got the ones, the chunks, and then the juice, and it is so good. It is so good. Even just add with some coconut water, and it's so hydrating for our body. So.
Yeah. And cucumbers too. You can even give like a little at-home spa feel by just adding some cucumber to your water too, right?
Yeah, so we actually do mason jars in the refrigerator with sliced cucumbers, and then we either put some pineapple sage or pineapple mint in with it, and you get a fun kind of mojito, mojito vibe with it. It's like very spa water, and it's such great hydration. Like coconut water is better, or cucumber water is better than any Gatorade or any Powerade, any of those drinks out there. So especially, this time of year with the heat, our muscles get very dehydrated. When we walk outside and we feel lethargic and we feel like blah, that's when you know you need to rehydrate with some cucumber water, some watermelon cucumber. Yeah, walk around and eat a cucumber. My favorite.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
And we have all these beautiful herbs. Like I always say, one of some of the greatest things about July, even though I'm not a fan of the heat or the humidity, is just like the abundance of the produce and the fresh herbs and like the basil, just all the things that are so plentiful during this time of the year.
Yeah, and we should be eating with the seasons. A lot of the time, food shows up and grows in season for a reason. That's why spring dandelion greens are so potent. They're very yummy. They're great for some of the first spring and summer salads, and they're also great for teas. That's one of my things that has become a regular staple for me is the nettles and dandelion green tea is a base for almost every tea. I throw those in there and then add some flavor in and build upon it so I have a full healthy spectrum in my tea. So it's so much fun to work with Mother Earth and the sun.
Yeah. I was reading something last year, I think, on mountain rose herbs, and they were talking about how you can make ice cubes with your herbs too. Do you ever do that?
Oh, yes. Yeah. So I tend to do that a lot with my mints. The mint in the ice cubes are so delicious. It is so yummy. Also, I like to do that with the rosemary and the thyme. It makes for a very, there's a lot of ways to go about it. It's like the freedom to have fun and get creative and like just, allow yourself to connect with the plant. And I always say when you work with a new plant, invite in the spirit, the energy, sit with it, take a moment to meditate and hold and just, feel that plant ally, invite it into your body, invite it into your space. Hi, Jessie May.
Hi, Jess.
Hi, I made it. Sorry I'm late. Whew.
No problem. No worries at all. So we have a troll. So we're going to say bye to the troll. Thanks for stopping by, Kelly, but we don't do solicitation here. So we'll just say goodbye there. So we have Danielle with us. We have Kate with us. Hello. If anybody wants a card pull, we will be happy to roll into the readings. And we also have some exciting news to share. So I want to talk about that at some point too. So does anybody would like a card, or just put it in the comments, let us know. And while we're waiting for that, yesterday was a big day here for us. We birthed into the world for the first time, finally, our first membership called the Sea Goddess Soul Garden. And this is our new monthly membership program that we put out into the world yesterday in time with the summer solstice. And it's going to include a whole bunch of things, services, our online soul circle, our monthly soul blog broadcast that we're putting into the membership now exclusively, so that will no longer be public. And Lexi, I was actually going to say, you wrote about, what was it, pineapple weed last year, and you did like a whole demonstration on how you can meditate with the planet, or with the plant, and
Yeah.
planet probably too.
Yeah.
So you can go back to our archives on our website there and find what Lexi wrote last year about pineapple weed. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, pineapple weed is fun. And
so
then,
that is now, go ahead, Jess.
What?
Oh, no, I was going to say, Danielle asked about what to do with rose petals. There's a few things you can do with rose petals.
Ooh.
Rose petals are fun to work with. You can actually use them if you are an herbal smoker. You can use them in your herbal smoke. You can use it to wrap an herbal joint. You can dry it and put it in. You can use them in tea. They are really great to make like an herbal, like a rose water, and it's a hydrating mist for your body and face. It is great anti-aging, antioxidant. It is such a beautiful leaf to work with.
That's really awesome. I have a pile of dried rose petals right now that I just put there to dry, and I keep staring at it like, why do you? But now,
yeah. Synchronicities.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna say that as yours.
Say it.
Love it.
Say it.
So just so everyone knows, that is now available right on our homepage. It's on our website menu as well. So the Sea Goddess Soul Garden monthly membership is now birthed into the world. And Danielle said she joined. We saw that yesterday, Danielle. Thank you so much for joining us.
Exciting.
We're excited. So we've got a couple reading requests. We're going to stay on till 8:30. We're going to go after an hour tonight. So do you want to get started? I think. Thank you, Lexi. So I think Kate was the first one, right?
Yep.
Do you want to start off tonight?
No.
No? Jess, do you want to start?
I'll jump in.
Okay.
I'm on a roll tonight. Had a great
awesome.
On a roll. So
good.
But I think that so that it helps me get more familiar with this deck that I love so much that's new, the Dreamweaver's Oracle. I'm going to draw from this and like read from the book so that I can learn it and people can get messages at the same time. That way eventually I won't need the book because I usually don't use them, but I feel like if that's all right.
Yeah, it's helpful with a new deck.
Because I want to learn it, but I don't have a lot of time to. I could. What's birds with one thing? Not that I want to kill birds. Okay, anyway, here.
There's decks that I feel like I love the book so much, and other ones where it's like you almost don't even need it. But that's how I feel about my metaphysical cannabis oracle. I love reading them. There's so many ways that their cards come through. So many different messages.
Okay, who was this for? All right, I got
Kate.
Okay, Kate. So this is Dreamweaver's Oracle, Colette Baron Reed. I pulled number 21, which is interesting because that's the solstice yesterday, the 21st. All the shoes fell from the sky. For some reason, I always think of Lexi when I see this card because love you. So all the shoes fell from the sky. It says, essential meaning, waiting for the other shoe to drop, expectation of failure as a means of self-sabotage, fear of success, not trusting your good fortune. Sometimes when good things are presented to us, we keep our guard up because we're still expecting the worst to happen. We exaggerate our fears, or we get triggered and begin to speak about what is missing, what does not work, what could go wrong, or why we shouldn't attempt something. We may genuinely want something, but push it away, rationalizing that we won't get it perfect. This mindset is actually a way to exert control over an outcome. You can neither fail nor succeed when you keep yourself suspended, staring at the proverbial shoes falling from the sky. It's easier to remain in stasis than to take the risk and move toward your dream or take action to build something better. This card gently tells you it's time to shift your thinking. Nothing will ever be perfect, and there will always be a shoe that drops here and there. But if you don't step forward towards your dream, you will regret it. So summon your courage, and the dream weavers will weave their magic of protection around you and shower you with love. All the shoes may fall from the sky in some other universe, but not in yours. Oh, I love that.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that too.
It is, because don't we all fear that? Like, look at the shoe has a skunk tail. I love it. Oh, I hope that's a comforting message, because it is for me. Just stop expecting the worst
Mm.
and step forward gently and bravely.
Mm.
Oh,
I hope that resonates.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that card reminds you of me, because I'm always talking about
The shoe.
talking about that battle, and it was so funny because it's like there was just a snippet. You know how like when they do a teaser show in a commercial, they do a little snippet, and I don't watch much TV, but I caught this snippet, and the guy was like in a circle, and he was literally like, I'm working on not waiting for that other shoe to drop, but there's always another shoe. And so I was just like, yeah, I feel you, bro. I feel you. So
I can't wait, because there will be a shoe eventually somewhere. So we could spend our whole life waiting because of the shoe, or we could just, maybe we could, like, dodge the shoe. Like duck from the shoe. I don't know. I feel like there's better ways than staying actionless,
mm. Thank you, Jesse. Ursula, do you want to go next, or do you want me to go?
Go ahead, Lexi, and then I have 2 jumpers for Kate.
Woohoo! I got nurturer. I'm going to butcher her name, so I'm not going to say it. But the matriarch of her kingdom, the queen mother, embodies nurturing in its purest form. She sits in nature to remind us to nurture the hidden wounds we all carry deep inside. Serenunia Uwa teaches you that to be the mother of the kingdom, you must nurture yourself, or you will repeat lessons more than needed. Fill your cup to fill those of others. She asks, how are you nurturing your relationships with others and the relationship with yourself? The ancient wisdom passed down from the tree deity is that nature is our eternal mother. She will provide us with the seeds of abundance if we are willing to be in harmony with the natural cycles of the universe. There is always reason to celebrate, because nature is always in a cycle of rebirth. Serunia Uwa keeps a special surprise up her caftan sleeve, giving a crooked grin that makes your heart flutter. If you receive this card, ask yourself, do you feel guilty for receiving pleasure? Step into nature and journal a celebration rampage where you celebrate all day, every little thing, from maintaining your morning routine to making a new one. So I love this, because that theme of filling your cup up so you're not pouring from an empty cup, I feel like is a major theme for many right now. Things I feel like are coming to the forefront that we need to let go, that are draining our cup. Those drains we're becoming more aware of, and learning what is that. What are the magic, keys and steps to keeping your cup overflowing? And when your cup is overflowing, it naturally fills other people's cups too. So that has been one of the, I feel like, a challenge for many, is getting used to filling their own cups and not pouring from an empty cup. So make sure you're nurturing yourself and filling your cup up. And that is a way of also handling, right? Preparing ourselves and being able to handle when that next shoe comes more gracefully, more empowered, more in alignment. So the other one that jumped out was the truth will set you free, but first it will piss you off. And you will champion your truth like a mofo and rest on the 7th day. So remember, the rest will come after the battle, and that it is needed, and you are a champion. Ursula, I'm going to pass it on to you.
All
Can
right.
I say something quick before I forget?
Yeah, absolutely.
My British grandmother, when I was really, really young, like under 10 years old, we would have tea. Anytime I was there, tea time was for real. So like she would always tell me, pour from your saucer, not from your cup. And that was like where all of the tea would spill in the thing. And I never understood what in the world she meant. I remember not understanding what in the world she meant, but as an adult, I certainly do. So pour from your saucer, not your teacup. That's
I
all.
love that so much. Such
That's all.
wisdom.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
So, Kate, I pulled from my Ask Your Guides deck, and 2 cards jumped out for you. The Family card, which is a message from the Holy Spirit, and the Appreciation card, which is a message from your divine helpers. And that to me just says pretty much that just remember that we are spirit and your spirit team is always there to help you. And that gratitude practice can be a beautiful way to fill your cup. So those are the 2 that came out for Kate. And I just wanted to say welcome to everybody that's hopped on since we started. We have Julie with us tonight. We have Pammy. We have Jolie. We have Morg. And we are starting a list. And Pooja is here again with us. Thank you for stopping by, Pooja. So we have a reading list going. We are going to end tonight at 8:30, so we will get to as many as possible. And Lexi, who is next on our list?
Danielle is next.
Yay, Danielle. All right. Who wants to go? Go ahead, Jess.
Right. Oh. Okay. Done. Gotta get the. Okay. Oh, I just know this is right. I can tell. So, number 23, painting joy across the sky. I never saw this one from this deck. Painting joy across the sky. Essentially, joy in all forms, loving life, being grateful, sharing joy and reverence for all life. Life is a sticky place where safety and trust may not come easily. How do you trust a world that is changing so rapidly, where people seem more and more disconnected from each other, from nature, and from spirit? You work hard and hope for the best, but you can be easily disheartened and disappointed. Life is a struggle. It can be unfair, hard, corrupt, and hopeless, but it's simultaneously hopeful, brilliant, trustworthy, good, and beautiful. Nothing will ever be perfect, but neither will it ever be permanent. Can you bring your attention to the beauty of the cosmos, of nature, and all her inhabitants, to see the beauty within each person you encounter? Can you remember that joy is a perception, a perspective, and an action? Breathe in and tune into the energy of gratitude. Choose to be a kind and compassionate citizen of the world, regardless of the challenges surrounding you. Give freely of your heart. Then you will know how to paint joy across the sky. Joy doesn't need the outer world to behave. In fact, the greatest expression of joy can arise from your deepest sorrows. Remember that joy is an energy, and a contagious one at that. When you cultivate it and spread it freely, the outer world will reflect it back to you in a form that is so beautiful and meaningful. Choose joy today, and you'll note how much richer and fulfilled you are. In fact, more reasons to be joyful will spring up in your outer world the more you pay attention to joy. Oh,
I love that.
I know. Oh, Danielle, and what I know of you, I feel like this is so, so good. Oh, I just, yeah. Paint your joy across the sky, sweetheart.
I love it because I got celebration for her. So I feel like my card is like backing you up right now and telling her to celebrate. So it's enchantment, celebrate. The enchantment card encourages you to raise your glass, and in this glass are your plant spirit companions. How perfect for tonight's mocktail. Okay. Transmuted into the water to deliver joy, dancing, and celebration. We know through the study of epigenetics that it's the environment that signals the gene and not the other way around. If our emotions are the end product of any experience in our environment, it is our emotions that turn the gene expression on and off. So, especially if you feel sad and this card has come to you, toast to you and yours. Create a raised emotion, an elevated environment, and shift Ask the plant spirit of cannabis to work with you through your beverages and allow your enchanting wisdom to be received. Plant spirit, red clover. I would highly recommend maybe brewing up some red clover tea. You can make a really nice red clover iced tea, make a nice beverage, hold on to it for a moment, even put some drops of maybe some CBD oil in there, some nettle, some dandelion, some honey, some lemon, and speak into it. Your affirmations, your celebrations, celebrate, because you are already there and you've been doing your work and you are breaking cycles, you are breaking chains, you're showing up and you're coming from such an authentic space. It's really time for you to celebrate how far you've come and where you're going and the work that you're doing and the vibe you're on. So you are amazing. So I hope that resonates. And your other card is inner peace is my bitch. Acceptance, better watch out. I'm coming for it next. And I feel like, Danielle, you have been finding more and more inner peace despite the natural waves of emotions in life. So celebrate that hard work that you've been doing, darling. You deserve it.
Make some rose petal tea.
Mm-hmm.
Make a little sun tea. Sun tea is great. On a nice sunny day, put your herbs in your water in a mason jar, put it out in the sun, let the sun do its work, and drink in that revitalizing energy of the sun. Allow it to warm you up, to brighten your light, to work with that beautiful energy, because it's there for us to work with. And that will really also help shed light on some of those heavier feelings. It will help hold them. It's like that warm hug to sadness, right? Yeah, sun tea is amazing. And then I pour it over ice and add a lemon or honey or whatever you feel called. Have fun with it. Create from that space of creativity and spirit connection.
Yeah, it really does help call in that solar energy just by putting the water out and charging it. Because, I mean, the sun is the giver of life on our planet, and it does, like we said earlier, relate directly to vitality. So it's a really good way to pull that energy in rather than just standing in the sun. We can drink something that has the energy in it too, besides everything that we eat too. So it's just a really cool way to, like you said, revitalize. Let's see. So, Danielle, I pulled for you from my spirit cards deck. The card that came out is the Tiger Spirit, willpower, instinct, and sensuality. So I feel like that kind of plays very well into everything that Jess and Lexi both said. And just to touch on the joy part, this is just such a sensual time of the year. We just get to be outside and experiencing all the new leaves and the new life and the flowers and everything that's in bloom. And it's just really beautiful. So remember that. And you can call on Tiger Spirit if you need to for everything with the joy and all the other messages that came through. Beautiful card. Tiger is so powerful. Like, what a beautiful card.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Isn't that cool?
All that purple.
Yeah, such a beautiful animal too.
Purple is always healing for me. Like whenever I see that in a card, I mention the purple.
Yeah.
I would imagine that would be, I don't know. Anywho.
Yep.
So how funny is this though, that just so happened to like my herbal tarot deck is here, and I was like, what herb? And I got the sun card for Danielle, St. John's wort. So, and it says, cultivate happiness, vitality, and joy. The peak of summer's power wards off every ill. Shine on, celebrate yourself and your successes. So, girl, there is so much here. Fight that sadness with some celebration and acknowledgement of all that you have done and all that you are grateful for. Love you.
Love it. Awesome, Danielle. So Julie also thanked us. Julie's next. I just wanted to put up, Kate said thank you.
Yes. You're welcome.
All right. So we got Julie next. Hi, Tina.
Yes, Julie is next.
Anything I need to know from beyond is Julie's question.
Jessie.
Okay. I drew card 39. I know that numbers are super meaningful, but I am not an expert on numerology, so I'm just mentioning the numbers in case people are interested in looking up the numbers that they got. So the first card I drew was 21. Danielle's was 23. This one is 39. For Julie. As the Weaver's way is. I'm just in love with this artwork. My goodness. Okay. As the Weaver's way is true, essential meaning trusting and surrendering to an essential partnership with the divine, reclaiming your magic. The mythic story of the Dream Weavers invites us to imagine the purpose of these wise, benevolent beings working on our behalf, who represent the higher wisdom that governs our lives. So if we don't really trust in them or in any divine force, it means we believe only in our human will to make things happen, that everything is on our shoulders to carry. If we can't see the hidden realms, they don't exist. Only what we see does. Even the idea of our higher self is reduced to a philosophical ideal. Effort then becomes primary, hard work, struggle, goals to achieve, difficult relationships. A lot of people live this way. You don't. You know deep down that you can only do so much on your own. You need this divine partnership to make your life work. You were born to reclaim your magic. Your roots in the mystical ways of the world. Trust becomes essential to surviving and thriving. Today, trust the way that is illogical, intuitive, perplexing, curious, and creative. This is the Dreamweaver's way, and it will always steer you into exploration and adventure. You will meet and befriend extraordinary people who will be your mystical companions. Just keep asking for a sign, and the next step will be revealed. Right now, your choice is obvious to your heart. Follow it and trust the outcome. So I feel like this is talking about, well, all of those things, but asking for a sign and the next step will be revealed goes back to what I always say about following the breadcrumbs through your life and understanding that when the next step is needed, it will be revealed to you then. And trusting that is the key to progression. It's just like so difficult for me personally. So I just want to mention that it is not a simple thing to trust that the next step you need to take will rise up to meet you, because that means you have to step first. Like you have to step, like as you're stepping, it'll rise up to meet you. It's surrendering, it's trusting the universe, it's knowing that we're intertwined with a divine force, whatever you'd like to call it. And it's not all 3D earth struggle. It's just not. And so when you release yourself from thinking that we have the sole responsibility of creating everything that we desire, lay that burden down and embrace the fact that we're co-creators and that we have an entire spirit team behind us. Easier said than done. I totally acknowledge that, because that's that's me too. But trusting is key. These are it looks like this constellations is the horse there. I hope that resonates, because that resonates with me. And I'm always like, I know, but it's like, no, really. Just believe that it's true, because it is true.
I love
That's what
that.
I got.
Love it, love it. Lex, do you want to go next for Julie?
I do. And I just want to say, I just peeked at what the number 39 means. And it's pretty magical number because it brings it back to 369. So if anything, this is a sign to recognize your manifestation power that you hold right now. I mean, it's summer solstice. It's the time to manifest. It's time to release what is holding you back so you can manifest what you want to call in. So check out the 369 manifestation info. And it also stands for, and I might go off screen to read this, It symbolizes fulfilling your divine life purpose, pursuing your true desires, using your spiritual abilities to help others live a life of divinity, and keeping a positive outlook. Did you guys hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Go away. Okay, perfect. So I just wanted to share that.
Thank you.
And then I got, okay, well, I got two, but we're going to do this one. Walking meditation. Just go. I attract good fortune like bees to honey. I am grateful for my blessings. You are ready to take it all in. What was taking shape in the cloud meditation has now shown you the path to take with courage. This card reminds us that when we need to walk it off, it's because we are better aligned to gain momentum in our lives when we put our bodies in motion. To break out of our habitual patterns of the past, we need to walk into our future. When we run on autopilot, the body becomes the mind. And we know when the body is the mind, we are not in the present. Think of your future reality like it already exists in the quantum field. Find a place in nature where you will be focused and in tune with your surroundings and walk in it. Broadcast an electromagnetic signal of your intent for the day and believe that because you are creating in a quantum field, it has already happened because it has. This is my favorite way when I am desperately calling in and asking for that next breadcrumb because I'm not sure what it is. And usually spirit comes in and is like, you're overlooking the breadcrumbs. You have passed the breadcrumbs. Slow down. And going into this and asking usually helps me get to a clear breadcrumb that Jesse was talking about. So I hope that resonates. And you got chill the fuck out and breathe the fuck in. So go for that walk in the woods to chill the fuck out. Go ground and breathe in that fresh air. And remember how divinely magical you truly are, Julie, because you are amazing. The hardest part about being an amazing, beautiful, gifted, talented, divine empath is we feel all the feels. All of them, the whole wide range of them. So that is the good, the bad, the ugly, the happy, the sad, all of it and in between. So it is a lot. It is a lot. So ground it in. Ursula, what do you have to say?
So interestingly, I pulled from the Ask Your Guides deck, and Julie, the competition card came up for you. And the guides to work with for this are your warrior guides. So very, very interesting, because when we don't know what the next step is, when we're waiting for the step to rise up to meet us, sometimes a little bit of competition can be just what we need to motivate us. So if there is something like that happening for you, lots and lots of red and orange on this card. So that's all root chakra and sacral chakra. And there's a little bit of purple in there too. So like Jesse said, that's healing energy that can come in the experience as well. So if there's an element of this happening to whatever's going on, whatever all the other messages we're talking about, you can call on your warrior guides to help you with that. And just remember, your team is always there for you. You just have to ask.
My card was also those same colors.
Yeah.
The red, big time red.
Mm-hmm.
And then blue, I suppose, would be throat chakra, right? So
Mm-hmm.
resting self as well, probably.
Yeah. So hope that all resonates for you, Julie. She says spot on. All right. We are at 8:15. Lex, how many do we have left on our list?
We have Pammy Morg. How do you say the name? Pooja?
I think it's Pooja.
Pooja, Jolie, and Tina.
Okay. Do we want to each take turns and just do one per person so we can give everybody a message tonight?
Sounds great.
Okay. Awesome. Who do we have next?
Pammy is next.
Okay.
Okay. Pammy. I drew card number 40. If you wanted to have that number in mind and take a look later. So 40. When the weavers built the sun. And here the essential meaning is the value of dreaming big, success at seemingly impossible tasks. Legend has it that when the dreamweavers built the sun, they created a huge ball of fire so they could see all the miraculous things they wove into being. They needed light and more life force energy to flood our world so life could grow and flourish. Their big dream didn't exist before they imagined what it could be. They made it up as they went along, with no plans to follow nor certainty about how to do it. They claimed it energetically and followed the prompts of the conscious universe, their partner. So again, we have the divine partnership with spirit talking about. They claimed it energetically and followed the prompts of the conscious universe, their partner. They made an impossible thing real. Right now, you're in a similar place. You have a big dream, but you don't have the how yet. Sometimes you question whether it's even possible and wonder if it's not meant to happen at all. Looking at the chaos in the world, you wonder if it's selfish to feel that you deserve any of your desires. Do not give up on your dreams. Something unique that will serve the greater good wants you to call it to life. You were given this idea as a gift from the divine, and it is your mission to forge a new path to bring it here. If you knew the how of it, it would mean that you're not dreaming big enough. Whatever your dream, we need you to begin now. It's time to act. Hold the vision of success, but not too tight, and lean into this greatness, which is your greatness. Just think of how many you will touch by this action. Trust that you were made for this. Step forward and keep walking one step at a time, and the universe will open the doors one by one. So, I feel like this is talking about remaining open, remaining open to big dreams despite what your brain might be, swirling around in there. Don't give up on your dreams. And if you had a roadmap, it wouldn't be unique to you because, someone else drew the map kind of thing, I feel like. Your mission is to forge a new path. So a roadmap would be of no use anyway. And when I think about things like this, I'm like, just ditch the map and bring a compass. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
The
That's the best I
compass
can
for
do
your
with that.
soul. Your
Like,
soul compass. Bring
right,
your soul compass.
your heart knows where to direct you generally. So go there and the rest will unfold. Ditch the map because someone else drew the map,
I love that.
Yeah.
Wild and free in 2023. Oh,
Love that too.
that's the motto for this year. Tammy, you just set the motto for this year. I think we should all live by that.
So we had a few other people pop on and ask for cards. We will get to you all if we have some time after Tina. Right now the list is done with Tina. So thank you for hopping on and joining us. Welcome, Helen and Chally. If I said that right, I hope I did. Thanks, Jess.
Thank you,
Tammy
Jess.
said thank you.
So Morg was next, and I'll take Morg. I drew for you number 10, the Wheel of Fortune card out of the Herb Crafter's Tarot. This is the kitchen garden. It says, put your faith in the turning of the wheel. Stay centered in the midst of change. Find the medicine unique to every season. The promise of the garden is change. Events may unfold that redirect your path. Some things may feel beyond your control. Find the larger pattern in the chaos. The holy dark days mark the revolving cycles of nature. They may bring disruption, but they are always reliably in forward motion. When your soul compass spins, find stillness in the experiences that easily allow you to be yourself. Trust life to come into being as the plants always do. There is transformation in each turn of the wheel. What emerges from this development will point to your true north. And at the center of this garden is a compass rose. How funny is that? Huh, guys, right?
Amazing.
No, nothing. No synchronicities here. And I really feel like this is a reminder about the cycles of, death and rebirth and how things cycle through our life. Things come and they go, they fall away, new things come. So don't fight that cycle and instead embrace it. Find your true north, your soul's true north in this cycle, and allow that cycle to happen from a strong standstill of like watching a revolving wheel, knowing that it's that still continuing you in a forward motion, that those cycles are keeping you moving forward. So embrace them, allow change to happen. Don't fight it, because your growth is in that process. You are going to grow in it. In the chaos, try to find some beauty in the chaos. It is the hardest thing to do. I always wanted to throat punch people when they told me that, but that is like the anchoring, something that we can do to anchor ourselves in the chaos, right? When the storm is so rough, the waves of emotions, of challenges, of the shoes dropping everywhere, it's like raining shoes, and you just need to hang on. Find those little things. And it's so funny because the other card I got for you is take a deep breath and let your fucks go. Who needs to give one when you can release them all? So I would highly encourage you to release all those fucks. Just release them, burn them, write them down and burn them, baby. Burn them and then sprinkle the ashes in your garden or in a garden or outside to be able to continue that cycle. Release and then allow yourself to invite in what's new in that growth. And remember that the chaotic moments, I always say when shit is hitting the fan, it's spiritual healing intentionally timed. Spirit's intentionally timing, not our own timing. So it feels like a shit show to us. It feels like a shit storm, but that's spirit doing its work, helping us heal, helping us evolve, helping us align. So stay strong, beautiful. Stay strong in it. Take those deep breaths. Whenever you feel the burden of fucks, release them, burn them, let them fucks go. All you need to worry about is you. And then Pooja is next for Ursula. I hope that resonated for you.
Morg says, thank you. I really needed this.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah, she sent lots of loves and hearts and gratitude.
Yes.
Aw, thank you, Morg. Thanks for asking.
Universe's way of cleaning house for us, I feel like, too.
It is.
Yeah.
Like cyclone of like cleaning house, like, I don't know.
It is, because here's another thing. When storms come and they take down trees and stuff, it's normally the dead trees that need to come down that they take. Yeah, it's normally blowing away the leaves. It's actually spreading seeds for fresh growth. There is so much goodness that can come in the chaos of a storm. We need those tower moments for the things to fall away to make room for the better. That allows us to strengthen our foundation and build stronger and more aligned and with less baggage and crap. So, Ursula,
100%. So I pulled for you, Pooja, from my Spirit Cards deck. And interestingly enough, a card that came out last week and a duplicate from tonight came out. So you had two jumpers. Tiger showed up again. So just a reminder to reinforce everything I already said about Tiger. But on the bottom of the card, it's willpower, instinct, and sensuality. And we'll pull in the number on this one too. So it's card number 25. So with that, we would add those two together, and they are 7, and that's the path of the mystic. And we're in a 7-year this year. So if they're on some kind of spiritual journey, that could be a message. You can call on Tiger for that. But also Wind came out. Wind came up last time. And we've been in this cyclone energy right now here on the East Coast in South Jersey, where we've had this storm that's been blowing really strong winds for the past couple of days, and it's going to continue. So we talked last time all about the invisible elements and how important those are, especially the ones that we can't see, but we can feel. So that pulls in that sensuality message as well. And the message on this card for you is circulation, clearing, impetus. And it's card number 14, which adds up to a 5, which talks about change. So just remember, you can call on your team, you can call on that Tiger energy. And then also, like we were just saying, the chaos comes. Wind can feel very chaotic, especially when we don't know where it's coming from. And it just could actually blow us over. Like Lexi said, it can blow trees over. It clears out the dead stuff. So very important to pay attention to wind, especially when it's the winds of change that are a-blowing. So all there to support you on your journey. Love that.
Oh, I love that. I love
what about Tiger coming up again? That's awesome.
That tiger energy is real. It is fierce. Does that relate to anything astrologically going on lately at all?
So, I mean, the sun's energy is fierce. I mean, that's the strongest element that we have in the sky. It's the brightest. So that just calls in that life force energy and that vitality that we were talking about in the beginning. Yeah.
I love it. Jesse, would you like to pull a card for Jolie now?
Sure.
Jolie Nick.
So I pulled number 33. If the dogs come circling round. And here they are in constellations again. Those look like sheep, maybe. Let me see. So, if the dogs come circling round, number 33, divine protection, a sense of safety despite chaos. I love how everything ties in always. A sense of safety despite chaos, loyal people in your life, and staying true to your values. In this moment, despite any difficulty, chaos, turbulence, or incongruency in your life, trust that you are protected and divinely directed. Your soul brought you here to experience life on earth, which is messy and mortal, disruptive and unruly. That immortal soul of yours is here for an experience, and even when things are difficult, it can never be harmed. That self is always safe, always connected to source and all of life, and is happiest channeling the quickening energy of good, as are most people. It's your choice that will determine your personal experience of your circumstances. How will you respond to life now? Can you be true to your values, to your dream, even if not everyone else agrees? You're surrounded by so many loyal friends and well wishers who want the best for you. Do not give your energy to those who would deny you, including your own critical voice that tells you you are not enough, or don't have what it takes, or are not perfect, etc. It's okay if you're not for everyone. Why would you even want to be? So if the dogs come circling round, it's time to stay close to those who love you and who return that love. Close to those who believe in you. Open your heart, forgive the others, and step into your magic and light. You will not be betrayed. You are so loved and supported, and that is all that matters now. So again, we have a message of divine partnership and protection, and also the whole, it says right there, despite chaos, which is everything we were just talking about. This card is just so, I just love it. So keeping your heart open, I feel like is an important message here. Understanding that you're protected and that you're always safe. Our souls are eternal, and we're here having an experience on earth. It's not the beginning of us, and it's not the end of us either, this time that we have here together. And so understanding that will help you keep your heart open despite the haters, for lack of a better term, I guess. And I love that line is it's okay if you're not for everyone, but like, would you even want to be for everyone? Because that's like a saltine cracker. That's like the most boring shit, right? Like to be, I just mean, like, why would you want to be bland so that you would appeal to the masses? Like, no, be spicy, be Jolie, like, it's cool. It's good. You're protected. It's how it's supposed to be. So your perspective is what's going to dictate. Your perspective of your circumstances is what's going to dictate how everything else unfolds. I love you, Jolie.
I love that card. That card is so beautiful, Jesse. Those images on that card are like, those are such great images to meditate on and like look deeper. And it's funny because I knocked over a card while you were reading it, and it's the same blues and like purple in it in the night sky. And it's like, decide your vibe, it attracts your tribe, right? It's a whole energy.
Yeah.
Look at that. I love that.
I'm going to look up this artist and like see what his deal is. Joel Nakamura, because these are outstanding. And also, I find it very interesting. Every single card I've drawn from this deck so far is one that I haven't drawn before. So when I was just like, I want to draw from it tonight so I can learn the cards, like the universe is like, okay, we'll give you cards you've never seen. So I just feel like that's cool too. I love doing readings with you ladies.
I do too. And I forgot we never got to say at the beginning, but remember, if it resonates and gives you the tingles, the message is for you. If it may not be your card reading, but these are timeless messages. So if it resonates, you are meant to hear it, and you heard it, you're meant to hear it. If it doesn't, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So that's open for anybody listening at any point.
And a lot of
Thank you
times
for that
these cards
reminder.
lead one into another too, so everything is very connected. Like a lot of times it flows seamlessly from one to another, and so we have a general big message for everyone here as well. I feel like.
Yeah, I agree.
Agreed.
Mm.
All right, Lex.
So Tina, this is so funny, Tina, because look at this. We got higher perspective, passion, and then you got a card with glasses. So I'm going to read higher perspective first, and then I'll read that one. But this is where you learn that you do have angels and that they are watching over you with their compassionate eyes. Higher perception comes to you when it is time to hold a pure intention for someone else. You are great at doing this for yourself and have incorporated a lesson of the previous card, unconditional love. You are being called to help someone else with their vision. When held in shared intention can be multiplied by 3, which gives more momentum to the magnetism. Remember, though, not everyone will hold the intention for you, so be discerning when you are being called to share. Work with Labradorite, new thought pattern. I see time as a reflection, and I see all life from the highest perspective. And then this card says, take off the shit-colored glasses and find your new normal. So I feel like the message is to take off the shit-colored glasses, take off the shitty vision and outlook, and step into a higher perspective outlook, right? A bigger outlook. Put on those rose-colored glasses. Take some different perspectives here on the situation at hand. So check yourself before you wreck yourself and get pink eye. We don't want no stank eye vision, right? We want that higher perspective vision and energy. So I hope that, I know that's short and sweet, but I'm just saying, I feel like that was like a mic drop kind of card pull there.
I think it was for everybody because Danielle even said she just gets so much from the other cards and just lays there and listens. And Tina said, this is amazing. So it does sound like it's resonating. So that's pretty cool.
Awesome, Tina.
Yay.
Do we want to each pull one? We have 2 people on the back list. Do we want to pull a quick card for each, or do you want to do our rundown of our shares and call it a night, ladies?
That is totally up to the 2 of you. If you can do another 5 minutes or so, we can do that.
I'm so good. I want everybody that needs a card to get a card tonight. So I am willing to stay to make sure we close out our list. We have Chale and Helen.
Okay. Jess, you okay on that? All right.
All right.
Do either of you already have a card for either of those ladies? I can pull one if not.
I've got one if you want.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Who is who? Who's this?
Chale, am I saying your name right? I hope I am.
So I got the number is 14, and the card is all the magic is everywhere. Now, I am not sure what this creature is. It's like an elephant starfish skiing in the sky. I don't know. Anyway, so all the magic is everywhere, and it certainly is. So abundance, prosperous potential, and being responsible. The law of abundance is operating in your life now. You are in a time of great potential and possibility. It's as if everything you've been working for, wished for, and hoped for has brought you to this moment. Synchronicities are everywhere. I was waiting for you to say it. Synchronicities are everywhere if you're open and pay attention. It is your time to fully immerse yourself in the beauty of your own life while trusting that all your needs will be met. Magical energy works through you for the highest good of all. What is most important now is for you to have clarity on what you genuinely want to manifest and experience in your life. Be sure you're willing to take responsibility for this and go the distance to care for your co-creation. There we have the co-creation thread again. What do you need to believe for you to receive all the riches you deserve? Can you take a moment to define what abundance means to you? Is it financial prosperity, love, good health, or creative achievement, for example? Be careful what you wish for, because now is the time for dreams to come true. All the magic everywhere is yours to experience. That's so beautiful. So I think the main message here is that, the whole world is at your fingertips. What's important is for you to find clarity on what you actually truly want. When you have clarity on what you actually want to manifest, putting your energy there instead of maybe just having a broad idea of, well, everybody wants abundance, but get quiet and find what your heart really desires. Get clear on specifics, perhaps, and focus your energy there. And you'd really be amazed at what will start popping up for you. And don't limit yourself. Look everywhere. I feel like I'm feeling like if you're so I'm feel like sometimes details might get missed, where the abundance is in the detail, perhaps. So finding clarity on what and the specifics of what you actually want to manifest will help you notice details and find the abundance in those details. The world is your oyster.
Beautiful, Jessie. Thank you.
I don't see any comments, so hopefully Chalet can go back to the replay and see that. And if you're still here, let us know if that resonates. And if not, that's okay too. We have Helen. Helen's our last one.
Helen is our last one. Ursula, would you like to, or
go for it?
Okay, cool, because I'm excited about this.
I saw you shuffling over there.
Helen, we got some fire in the house. I felt called for the Herb Crafters Tarot deck for you. And it's so funny how they kind of jumped out, right? You got this like 3 card, and like one flipped around and was facing. So you had 2 face up, which was 10 of fire, comfrey. Which is, there can be too much of a good thing. Stop, step away, soothe yourself, cut it down, and it roars back to life. Peace follows overwhelm. You may be overextended. The shelves in this room are full, yet the crafting continues. Rest and replenish so your experiences can take root. Refresh your love of creating by releasing some self-imposed responsibilities. Comfrey quickly becomes burdensome and difficult to manage, but it will regenerate after harsh cutting. Even a small amount can quickly flourish into a new plant. Commit to just a few tasks and set the rest aside. Pushing too hard will lead to waste and exhaustion. Do not be afraid to give away some of your creative ideas when you harvest too much. Let what you cannot use feed the soil for the next season's growth. And then you got 9 of fire, wild cherry. And then on the back side was the Madre of fire, time. Turn up the heat on your creative passion. A warm heart and a spicy kitchen welcome others to your table. Stoke the creative fire that burns in your belly. The Madre of Fire inspires others by living an artistic life. She teaches from her actions. She encourages collaboration, inviting everyone to play in her busy apothecary. She is upbeat and accepts life's paradoxes. She knows thyme is both a popular kitchen herb and a superb medicine plant. She is driven by a rich imagination and finds magic in everything. Creativity is second nature to her, and her days are filled with inspired activities. Just like remedies made with time, she is warm and wholehearted. She attracts people into her home. She radiates vitality and love. Embrace your inner glow. It warms the heart of others. So I feel like all this fire here is really to stoke your fire, your creative fire within, your passion, your light. Brighten that light. Let it shine. Whatever you need to get your light shining bright and keep it stoked, tend to it. Tend to that fire within. It is your time to shine. And ultimately, it's a gift to others by you doing so for yourself. So I hope that resonates.
Oh, that's so beautiful. All right. Oh, Helen says, thank you so much.
You're welcome, Helen.
And Jolie said that she left us a tip. So thank you so much for that, Jolie. Thanks for being on here. And just to remind everybody, we do have a virtual tip jar in the comments if you enjoyed your readings tonight and want to leave us a little tip. That links to our digital business card with our Venmo, our PayPal, our Cash App. There's many different ways to do it. And Glenda popped on. I just want to say hi to Glenda.
Hi, Glenda.
Hi, Glenda. So we're wrapping up the live for tonight. And can each of you just give a little information about how to find you on the website and what you offer?
Sure. Jesse, you want to go first?
Sure. So, so just as of like a couple weeks ago, I put up, because I've been crawling out from under my rock for several months now. So here I am now. If you would like a personal reading with me beyond these lives that we do, I finally have an option up on our website for a half an hour reading and an hour reading. And I'd be honored to hold space with you. And in my personal readings, I do use oracle cards. A lot of times I use mediumship as well combined. And so it's kind of like an all-encompassing session. So there's a half-hour option and an hour option, and that's brand new. So I'm doing that.
Right on our homepage, you can scroll down, and Jesse's banner is right there, and there's a button on her banner to book with Jess. So explore that right on the homepage. And Lex, what do you want to share with everybody tonight?
Yes. So I too am on the Sea Goddess Healing Arts page. I'm the mermaid in the mountains. You can book a session with me. I call it Sacred Soul Space, but it's more so meeting people where they're at for whatever you need, whether it's, some oracle readings, some herbology support. We kind of mix and weave in all these things to really custom create a plan for your soul, for your mind, your body, based on what you need at this time. And I do teach lymphatic drainage too, because I think everybody should know how to do that and help themselves. So you can find me right on the website. And then I also offer a free Goddesses in Recovery space every other Sunday. It's coming up this Sunday at 3:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can go right onto the website and sign up for it. And it's every other Sunday, a free private Zoom space where we come, we lay it on the altar. It's a little bit of an alternative recovery group. And it's just a sacred space where we create a ripple of positive change in the recovery community and around recovery. So whether you are in recovery or you support somebody in recovery or are a recovery advocate, it is open to Goddesses in Recovery. How about you, Ursula?
Beautiful. Thank you. And I offer a variety of astrology readings and aromatherapy consults, and also astrological aromatherapy. I combine the two. And like Jess and Lexi both said, my services are also kind of just like a blend of all of my intuitive arts that I've done. And I do card pulls. It's unlike your typical astrology readings. So I offer that on the website as well. And just like we said in the beginning, we just launched we birthed into the world finally our Soul Garden membership, which you can find right on our website as well. And that's our online soul circle, our monthly soul broadcast, a private live reading just like you would get tonight that's open to the public, but we'll do once a month just for members. And then we're going to offer also a guided meditation every month. So you can explore all of those options, and it's only $11.11 a month. So we're so excited to have that out in the world now. And we are just so grateful. And thank you to everybody who joined us tonight. Thanks, Jolie, for all your encouragement and support and cheering us on. And we will be back with you next Thursday at 7:30 for next week's Thursday Night Live. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.